right? So we were able to understand what was the limitation of Power BI, right? So when I say limitation, it's all about understanding how are we going to use it effectively. It can do everything for us, but we wanted to make sure that we don't overburden it. So in order to have that as a solution, and rather than storing everything into my local machine, right? So today it's fine. I can store all of my files in the system, but tomorrow, am I going to store everything into my system? No. So we have to find out alternative solutions. So rather than storing in the 10 systems, now I have preferred to go with cloud. The reason why I went with cloud is it's all because if you see the challenges, you have the scalability, server storage issue, data security issue, maintenance, both in terms of hardware, software. So a lot of challenges we had, right? And in order to overcome this, we have seen as an example of cloud service example, right? So we have IaaS, we have SaaS, we have PaaS. So we were able to figure out like how much of service and we will use it from our vendors, right? So if you need something, don't always depend on vendors. Whatever is possible with you, you can take care of it. And sometimes you may have to need a help from your system every time, right? That is what is called SaaS. So right from the data processing as well as the RAM, the storage, network, everything you have to depend. That is nothing but SaaS. The best example for SaaS is your Power BI service, right? If you are using Power BI service, you can depend on Power BI service for everything. Data also you can store it there. Modeling, data modeling also you can do it. Transformations also you can do it. Publishing, reporting, everything you can do it, right? So it becomes like completely available for you. Even if you're using a Mac system, even if you're using a Windows machine, you can always go and do the reporting. And that's the best example for SaaS, right? So with this example, we figured out IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS, right? Now, finally, who is going to provide all this? This is available in the cloud. This is available in the cloud, right? So when I say cloud, I'll give another example. Just like I gave it as we understand about the pizza example, let me give you another example. Imagine you're going for a new house, right? Imagine you're shifting your house. Sometimes what happens in the olden days, whenever you are jumping from one house to another house, everything you have to carry, right? Everything. Like you have to buy a new cupboard, you have to buy a new cot, you have to buy a new fan, and you have to buy a new lights. Nothing will be there. It will be just a brand new house, right? You will have to go and get everything, right? So that is one thing. But nowadays, what is happening is whenever you go to a new house, already there will be some furnitures that will be given for you. We call it as a semi-furnished house, right? We already see some of the furnitures which is already there. Maybe fans will be there, lighting will be there, like cupboards will be there, cot also will be given to you, right? So that is what is called semi-furnished. And there is another one called it's fully furnished. Fully furnished in the sense, and you can see the advertisements as well. Just walk with your suitcase. Just walk with your suitcase, right? So if you're just walking with your suitcase, that means you have everything in place. That is called fully furnished house. Now it is depends on you whether would you go to a house where it doesn't have anything, or would you like to prefer a fully furnished house, or it's up to you whether you go with a semi furnished house. It's up to you what you decide, correct? Now, and if you go for a paying guest, you know what is pages, right? So everything they'll do, cooking also will be done. You just go, you just need to pay, and you can utilize all the services there. And that is what I can say it as all in one. Everything you can use it. Now, this is another example for understanding about IaaS, PaaS, SaaS, right? Now, all these three I can utilize with respect to cloud computing. Now, let's see what is the benefits of cloud computing. Now, when I say cloud computing, wherever you are in this world, you can always access my data with just using on browser. That means if I'm storing some data, even if you are from US, UK, Canada, Mexico, Sri Lanka, Australia, wherever you are, you can always go and access our data on the browser, right? So the benefits is in case if something happens to your server, okay, for example, today, uh, we have teached around 14-15,000 students, and all the 14-15,000 students data is in my laptop, right? It is there in my laptop. I was able to store all of your information in my laptop. If something happens to the laptop today, if something happens to my laptop today, everything is gone. Okay, maybe it crashes or some blue screen, right? Something happens, some of the other things happens to my laptop today, I will lose all the 14,000 student information. It's gone. Gone is gone. We cannot do anything, right? So if
Right,
even if I,
Pankaj.
sorry for that. Yeah. So I was talking about the benefits of cloud computing. So when I say cloud computing, as I said, right, we have a lot of benefits. We have a lot of benefits. In case if anything happens to our personal laptop, once it is gone, it's gone, right? But now what I'm going to do, I'm going to store all of this data into the cloud. So it has a lot of benefits. Even though if something happens to the main server, we have something called disaster recovery. With the help of recovery, we can always get back our data, right? Most of you would have experienced this. Most of you would have experienced this in your laptop. In your laptop, if you keep on switched on for a longer time, if you've kept on switched on for a longer time, what exactly happens? Your laptop eats up, right? Your laptop eats up, and after one threshold, your laptop gets switched off automatically, because in case anything beyond that, there's high likely chance that your laptop will catch fire, right? So what they have done, the internal build quality of the laptops is, after one extent, they'll automatically have triggered an alert where if it is not able to withhold the heat, it will switch off, right? And that is what we have to attach an extra fan, right? We have to have an extra fan. So any additional fan in the laptops will make you always up and running. But here you need not maintain all these extra things. Okay, you need not have UPS, you need not have an external inverters, you need not have any additional fans, not required. By everything is taken care by cloud computing. They are going to take care of it. We need not worry. We need not worry. Correct? Now, as I said, you need not install any softwares. They'll only upgrade it in case of any updates. They'll take care of it, and irrespective of whichever place you are, you can always make sure that your servers are up and running and you can access it. Right now, all this, let's see one by one. Right. The first main thing why I need to go with cloud is to store my 10 terabytes of data. Choosing 10 systems is not an optimal solution. Instead, I'll be going with cloud. So the reason why I will be going with cloud is it says that cloud computing eliminates the capital expense of buying hardware and software. Well, I need not buy hardware and software now. Instead, if I simply request it, automatically everything will be implemented for me, right? So with just a button clicks, I go to the portal, I ask them, well, I need a database, I need a storage, I need a processing. It will give me the services and I can use it. So basically, it fastens the process. It fastens the process, right? So this is how we can set up the racks. And as I said, right, you need not provide any additional fans. You need not provide any additional electricity. They'll take care of it, right? Always think this cloud computing as an event management. So when you want to organize any event, it could be a birthday party or it could be a marriage functions, they'll take care of it. Okay, right from the setting up the decorations, taking care of the food, and welcoming everyone they'll take care. That's the same thing what your cloud computing is also going to do, and that is where we are in terms of cost, right? So the next is speed. So here what happens, if you want any service, you can just click with the mouse clicks and you should be able to get it. For example, today I need a database for KSR. I'll simply go and request them in the form of a filling a form, and automatically you will get it. And automatically you will get it. So you'll be able to get all of the information, like what are the database, what are the configurations, and you can choose it. That's another benefit of going with a cloud computing. And I would say speed plays a major role. right? Followed by productivity, followed by productivity. If you have to have some updates, if you have to have some like software patching, and today if you want to have any additional things, if you're in my personal system, if you're working employee, you will know it. You have to call your IT team, right? In every company you have something called IT team, right? So IT team or IT admins, they'll take care of your updates, they'll take care of your software upgrade. For example, even in my system, maybe a couple of times in my previous sessions also, what happened, my system used to get restarted, right? Automatically, and some patching will happen, windows will get updated, all these things we had faced, right? Now in my case it's not required because everything is happening in the server, everything is happening in the cloud. So that is where productivity is also improved. Talking about the global scale, okay, so I'll tell you one good news and one bad news. Okay, I'll tell you one good news and one bad news. 2020, January 1st, we launched our application, KSR DataVizion. Okay, so January 2020, January 1st, we launched our KSR website. 2020, January 2nd, our server crashed. Our website crashed. The good news is January 1st, we launched our website. And the bad news is January 2nd, it got crashed. Then we went and researched that what happened. Lot of people started hitting the server at a time. So if many people are hitting the server, there is high likely chance that your servers will be crashed, right? In my case, I have to manage my domain, like let's say ksr.com. I need to figure out, but in the recent times, when we are moving with the cloud, what is happening? They will actually go with the proper traffic. So they will compute all the traffic. They will assign it. Okay, KSR is a Indian based company. So most of the hits, the server hits, most of the URLs, they'll start hitting from India. So we'll give maximum bandwidth to India. So 80% will give it to India, maybe 20% will get to abroad. So those type of splitting of the network traffic is being handled by cloud. Okay, we need not worry, right? How much of like usage will come from India, how much of, and even inside the India also, we can figure out each and every state also how much we can utilize. Now that's the beauty of using cloud, right? Moving on, security. I've told you, if I'm storing in my 10 laptops, what is the guarantee for security? What is the guarantee for security? We don't have any guarantee for security, right? So that is where now I'm moving to cloud. In cloud, what happens? They protect your data, apps, everything, and they make sure that nothing touches the data points. And we have a lot of policies and we have a lot of services which controls and encrypts it, right? Now that's the beauty of security as well, right? And at last it becomes like a if anything is wrong with, anything has happened to your data, you need not worry because they would have already maintained a backup, disaster recovery, and make sure that the data can be mirrored. So when I say data is mirrored, not only in my system, the data has been stored in the multiple systems. So backups is also accessible anytime, right? So those are all the benefits of the cloud computing. Whereas if I start comparing with on-premises with the cloud computing, in the on-premises, you can see there is an iceberg, and in that iceberg, there is a lot of things that you are doing it. Right? There is a lot of things that you are doing it. You're actually having your maintaining your hardware, network, security, and you have to go and write the configurations files. You have to make sure that the IT team is working with you. Lot of things, and you have to just pay a software there, software licensing. But if you take about the cloud computing, all this has been handled by cloud. Okay, so only thing is you have to pay some extra. So don't think that it's a 68% fees, but it is something, everything is been taken care. Only thing is you have to give some extra money, right? So when I say you have to manage your entire your cousin's marriage, right? So you have to take care of everything. You have to take care of everything. But now if I'm going with the event management, they'll take care of it. You just need to give the money. So now it's a time for us. It's a time for us to switch back from on-premises to cloud. It's time for us to switch for us from on-premises to cloud. And that is what we are going to do now. We are not going to use on-premises anymore. We are going to go back to cloud, right? So with all this, let's talk about what are the clouds that we have and which one we are going to learn. Okay, I'll give an example. Uh, we were talking about pizza, right? We were talking about pizza. Now, I don't know where you get pizza. I know only two places. One is you can get it in Pizza Hut, and one is you can get in Domino's, right? So Domino's also you'll get pizza. Pizza Hut also you'll get pizza, right? Now, question to you. If you want to buy a pizza, where will you buy? Will you buy from Pizza Hut or will you buy from Domino's, right? Now, that's a question for you. So how do you choose first? I have to organize it. So maybe I have to, let's say we are using PaaS. For PaaS, right? Platform as service, I was actually ordering to my house, right? I was actually ordering my house. For SaaS, I used to take everyone to the restaurants or to the store, right? Now, in the past, I wanted to order. My now question is, will I order from Pizza Hut or will I order from Domino's? In both the shops, I will be getting the pizza. But the challenge is, what are the features I will look into it? I will actually look into one is price, one is quality, another is distance. Because pizza is something when it is hot, you can have it. When it is not hot, you cannot even touch that, right? It will become like it is not at all tasty when it is not hot, right? So obviously anything I ordered, I need to get that immediately. I need to get that immediately. So I'll look at the distance. I'll look at if there is any offers, 1+1 offers, if there is any discounts, if there is any cashbacks, and if there is uh, any of the services they provide extra, right? So all this is something which I'll see, and only then I can decide. Now here also, all the four cloud services which you have, you can use it for your storage as well as for processing. So we have AWS, we have Amazon Web Service, I'm sorry, Amazon Web Service, we have Azure, we have Huawei, and we have GCP. Now in this, which one are we going to use? Which one we are going to use? And let me tell you, one of the best cloud service so far in the market is Amazon Web Service. One of the best cloud service so far is Amazon Web Service. This is a top ranked cloud service, right? But we are going to learn this. We are going to learn this. You may be wondering, I say that this is a top rank cloud service, and this is a second top cloud service. And you're asking me, why are we using the second top? Why were not we first? Do you have all this? I mean, do you have this question? Being the topmost, why are we not using it? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Now, let me tell you one small example. One small example. Okay. Understand that example and I will answer this question. Okay. Uh, I take classes, right? Let's say Mahesh is actually managing the entire process now. We need a person, we need a person to KSR who can manage the financial things. For example, you pay fees, right? So we need to have that calculations implemented. So let's say financially, one person who can track all the details and who can count all the like let's say we can count the students amount. Let's say we will have to go and have some expenses, right? Let's say we have to pay for our websites, we have to pay for the Zoom. Let's say we have n number of expenses, so we need someone to KSR. We are going to hire one person to KSR who manages all this financial transactions, right? Now that's the hiring process that we are having. Okay, so what we did, we went to a IIT for campus. Okay, so we wanted to hire one person. Okay, we wanted to hire one person, and the main requirement is very strong in maths because we are going to deal with financial transactions. So since we are dealing with the financial transactions, they have to be very strong in maths so that they can calculate properly. Okay, So we went for hiring. Every organization, what they do, they'll hire the top rank student. They'll hire the top rank student, right? So what they'll do, they'll see who has scored highest, the class topper, the university topper, the college topper, the department topper. So everything they'll take it and they will try to hire them, right? So we also got two people, person A, person B. So person A in physics, he has scored 100. Yeah, in physics, he has scored 100. Let's say in chemistry, he has scored 99. And let's say in the core subject, when I say core, it could be like computer science or anything. He has scored 100. And this is mathematics. Okay. So mathematics, he has scored 79. So totally how much he has lost is 21 and 22. So 22 is he has scored 368 for 400. I think it's going to be 78. Okay, and his percentage comes up to 96. Let's say its percentage comes to 96. Okay, now let's say person B, he has scored very less marks, 35, and he has scored 55, and the core subject also he has scored 50, right? So it's mathematics also, I would say he has scored 100 out of 100, right? He has scored around 240 for 400. His percentages is around 55%, right? Now tell me, will you hire this person or will you hire this person for your company?
Person
B.
B,
B.
Why?
Based on B.
Why?
because you need the person who is strong in mathematics, so can prefer
But he
mathematics.
is not class topper, right?
But he is in particular topic is very strong na? In mathematics. Mathematics only you require the strongest person.
Okay. Now tell me, the topmost cloud service is this one, and I'm going to use this. Do you need any justification now? Do you need any justification now?
No.
Depending on my need, I will be using it. Right? AWS can be the topmost cloud service, but not all companies can afford. Maybe it could be one or the other way. It could have some challenges. Maybe it's very costly. You have to have a lot of process. But in terms of Microsoft's Azure, since I'm already using Microsoft products only, we started with Microsoft Excel, then we went with Microsoft uh, Power BI, and then we are into a Microsoft Azure now. So it becomes a lot of flexibility when I'm connecting with within the family. So all our Microsoft products, though it's a second largest cloud service, and it provides a lot of flexibility. And even though it's a second largest, I'm not here to justify which is first or which is second. Depending on my need, we can always use it, right? So just we have seen two people, one person scoring a very much 96%, second person is going 55%, but still I went for 55%. The only reason is my main objective was to work with mathematics. So mathematics highest scored person was what I hired. Similarly here also, maybe both can have different features, but one thing which I'm preferring is Azure because it has good features for maybe data cleaning, or it's very much flexible because of we are using Microsoft products, right? Now with all that, let's get back into the subject of Azure. Now what is this Azure now? We have decided to go with Azure. We have decided to go with Azure. Let's say, what is this cloud service? Just like everyone has their own birthday, Azure was launched in 2010. Okay. So it was launched on February 1st, 2020. So today we can say that Azure has turned 14 years. Today, in the sense, this month. Azure has turned 14 years, right? So it's a cloud computing platform. It's a cloud computing platform and it's an online portal. So today you log into our KSR website. It's like an online portal. You get everything there. Every single information you can get it with respect to our portal, right? So same thing what I'll do. If I want to get all the information, I can simply log into my Azure portal and imagine this is you people. You will simply go and request it. You will request the Azure, hey, I need a system. And immediately they will assign a system for you. Now that's the beauty of the cloud computing. You simply ask them, I need to have this type of systems, and they will assign to you. And that is where your Azure services become so unique that you request it with just a button clicks and you'll be able to get it. That's what we are going to try. Okay, maybe from tomorrow onwards you will be able to have a practical classes, so you should be able to see how we can create the resource and how can we launch all the services that is required for us, right? Now, moving on, as I said, it's the second largest cloud computing, and it's been introduced on February 1st, 2010, right? So February 1st, 2010 is where uh, Azure was started. Um, I sometimes even feel surprised because 2010 is where I started my graduated, right? I started my engineering. So thinking when I started engineering, there was not even having any cloud. Uh, it's hard to believe this because whenever we are in a final year, we were actually looking for some projects, what projects we can do, right? And how can that project be unique? But I feel still surprised when I was graduating, right? We didn't even have this cloud. And now sometimes it feels very hard for you to believe that, okay, it has been launched recently. That happened with my Power BI as well, right? So even after I started working in organization, we didn't have Power BI. 2015 is where Power BI came into picture. So if any new invention comes, you feel sometimes, oh yes, it's a new one, right? So this is a second largest cloud computing, right? And most of the companies in US are using Azure, and it supports multiple languages. And the good thing is it has around 40 plus regions. That means 40 plus servers we have. Okay. Now let's see some of the details about Azure. Okay. We'll see some of the details about Azure. Let's say azure.microsoft.com. If you just click this, you'll be taken to this page. Okay. So this is all the details you'll get about Azure. I will go to explore. You can read this. What is Azure? Okay. I will go and click something called global infrastructure. In the global infrastructure, I will simply go and click explore the globe. Now, these are all the data centers. Okay. So where exactly the data centers are. So when I say data center, you simply go and request that I need a server, right? So they will assign it to you. How they will assign? They have their own servers. Let's go and see where exactly is the servers. Okay. Here it is. India. Now this is a India map. This is a India map. Okay. In India, we have South India, Central India, and we have Central South India. Okay. Now, this is the three data centers we have in India. That means today I'm requesting something. I can go and request in any of these three servers that I need this type of system, and they will assign. Okay. And you can see that the satellites are also going. It's a globe. It's a globe. So we have 40 plus regions in all over the world. Okay. Now, let me ask you one question now. Uh, I'm working in an organization, right? I'm working in an organization, and I'm also taking classes to KSR, right? So one is my profession and one is my passion, right? That's why I'm teaching you. Today, one day, I'm going to be very true for my organization. Today, one day, I'm going to be very true to my organization. I'll tell you what is that. Okay. We have this location where we have data centers. Okay. We have data centers. That means data centers means they have their own place where they would have installed servers, where they would have installed all of the data racks, right? So if you say data centers, right, it will be like that. Data centers. So data centers will be like this. Like they have their own servers. So it will be like a server room, right? So these are all called data centers, right? You would have seen in your organizations, but this exactly is called data centers. Similarly, in India, we have three data centers. Okay. So we have three data centers. So Azure data centers in India, if you see, so there are actually three. So India has three Microsoft data centers, one in South India, one is West India, one is Central India. Okay. So Actually, they are coming up with the fourth one, but now what I would say is it is in Pune, it is in Chennai, it is in Mumbai. Okay, so there are three data centers in India. Okay, and they're also coming up with the Azure new centers, new data center. See here, Microsoft announces intend to establish a data center in Hyderabad. So they are going to have a fourth data center in India. Okay, so one is in Pune, one is in Chennai, one is in Mumbai, and the fourth one they are going to start. They have told that they will start in 2022, but I don't think they have still yet to start. They will be requiring some of the uh, some of the permissions, and they will start building, but the plan is there. Okay, the plan is there. So they're going to start the fourth data center. Okay, now anyone from Pune, Chennai, Mumbai, have you ever seen Azure data centers? Anyone who's staying in Chennai, anyone who's staying in Pune, anyone who's staying in Mumbai, have you ever seen where exactly is the data center located? Yes? Anyone? Anyone? At least say no.
No, not seen it.
Not seen, right? Okay. If I give you the address, can you go and just look at how the data centers are and come and update me? Possible? Whoever is staying in Pune, whoever is staying in Mumbai, whoever is staying in Chennai, if I give you the address, will you able to go and have a look at it and get it back? Possible?
No.
Okay. Let me get the address for you. Let me get the address for you. Okay. So let me ask the address for you. Can you give me address of Azure Chennai data center? I can't provide real-time or specific address for data centers due to security and privacy reasons. Data centers located, especially those operated by major clouds by Microsoft Azure, are generally not disclosed in any specific details to the public. Okay. Azure data center location address in India. The address details of any Microsoft region centers are not published or shared, as this is a confidential information. Let me tell you, all the data centers, they have not even told where is present. That's the way of security they are having. Not only in India, you go back to any of the regions that what we have seen in the globe, we have 40 plus regions, not even a single region address is been given. Even in Google Maps, you will not get it. Even in Google, you will not get it. Even in ChatGPT, you will not have get it. You will not find the exact location of the centers. Even if you walk around multiple streets in Chennai, Chennai is the closest place for me. Even if I roam around the Chennai, even if I do it for 1 week, I will still not be able to figure out because they've completely hidden the server. It's like a hidden building. It's like an invisible building. You will never know where it is. Okay. And I have told you, I have told you, today one day I'll be true to my organization. You know what? I exactly know where is the address. Being a Microsoft employee, I know where is the address. But sorry to say this, I am not going to reveal this. The reason? You can't even get it from a Google. That means we are maintaining the privacy and security. So today, one day, I'm going to be very, very, very true to my organization, which is going to be my professional. I'm not going to share you the address, but I know it. I got a chance to visit the office, how the data centers looks like. Do you want to really know? Do you want to really know?
Yes.
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 If you really want to know, please join Microsoft company and please join into a Azure department. For sure, we will get to know. Right? But unless and until, we're not going to reveal where exactly is the service. That type of security. Okay. Now, for you people, for you people, since we have lot of challenges in knowing the address, right? So Microsoft has made us work easy. Okay. So what I'm going to do is now I'm going to take to you a virtual tour, how the office looks like. So usually whenever you want to visit some house, they'll send you video, right? How the house looks like, right? They'll send you the snaps, they'll send you the video, right? So similarly, I'll take you to the virtual tour. Just observe carefully. Take a tour and click this virtual Microsoft data centers. Okay, so this is how the Microsoft centers will be like. This is how the Microsoft data centers will be like. And I'm showing you some headquarters. Okay, the headquarters. Just click this. This is what data centers looks like. This is what data centers looks like. Okay. Now I will enter the lobby. Enter the lobby means it's a start. It's an entry to this data center. The lobby, the cloud engine that powers our daily lives. Hundreds of Microsoft data centers around the world facilitate that activity by storing and managing data. So I'll enter the lobby. So this is what is the entrance. Okay. So the moment enter, you can see the help desk. You can see a lady standing here, right? She's a help desk. Like you can ask whatever you want. So it's like a security desk, face-to-face check-ins and ID confirmations. Not everyone will be allowed, right? So if you simply walk in an organization, they'll not allow you. They'll check your identity. They'll check your face-to-face checks. Everything they'll check. They'll check your do you have a proper authentication? Everything they'll check, right? So this is a security desk, and here it's a security team. So if you rotate this, you can see that this is a the place where you enter, and they have placed some couple of chairs here where you can sit and keep waiting, because a lot of people will be standing here, right? So you will have some place here, and they also have some board, display board they have set up here, right? Now once you do this check-in, you can enter into a operational room. Okay, so in the operational room, we'll see what is the operational room. Operational room is where we prioritize the availability of the data centers. Okay, not only we do a highly trained artificial intelligence, we also have power, cooling, network security. So this is where is maintained in the operational room. So go into the operational room. Now this is how the operation room looks like. Okay, you can see the time of each and every zone, because Azure is present in all over the centers, right? So we have different time zones. We have different time zones, right? And here people started working. See how they're working. This is how the environment will be. Okay, there are here and there is actually some videos. Please, I request you to watch the videos. Okay, so please explore and watch my videos, and let's enter into the mechanical area. So this is a mechanical area. So mechanical areas are basically for ensuring that cooler, backup, everything they are maintaining. So let me explore that. So you can see that there is a all this electrical mechanical things, right? So if you see here, this is how it looks like. This completely a mechanical provider, and if you see how the cooling system is maintained, this is a cooling system. First of all, my laptop cooling system, how it is, and see this device. This is the actual mechanical cooling, uh, I mean, modern device which actually keeps your data center cool. So Microsoft cools the data centers with the outside air. When outside air temperatures gets too warm, a high efficient closed circuit evaporate system is used. See how they have it. Okay, and this is they're actually using the uh, I don't know what is this called. What is this called? You would have seen in
Windmill.
most of the
Windmill.
windmill. What is the work of a windmill?
Using the electricity from yeah.
Yeah, it converts the air into electricity. So they are using renewable energies, right? And here is where power and cooling. So please watch the video. Okay, how the cooling system. So this is see, that's what I'm saying, right? You will not be able to see this unless and until you belong to a Microsoft company, but you can have a virtual tour. So please make sure that how the cooling system works, everything you take read it. Okay, it's just like a YouTube video. So we'll have the viewability, what they do, and everything you will be able to get it. So please watch the video. Okay, now I will enter into a server room. Now this is a main room where your data is present. The server room is a art of the Microsoft's cloud massive computing, right? So the server room is a art of the Microsoft's cloud computing. Now I will get into this. Now this is the actual data center. This is how it is. Okay, now if you see here, this is actually a circular center, but if I go and see how the server works, right? So this is what the server room, artificial intelligence and machine learning. See how the server is like. It's loading. You can watch the video later. Okay, so this is a server room, and inside this you go to a this part. Now this is where it will helps you to have the integration. So if you see here, so this is where you will have the all some infrastructure changes, everything you can see here. This is how it is. Microsoft ensures integrity and security of the servers through various stages of the life cycle from manufacture to retirement. And I enter into the network room. Now, network room is a very important in getting your data. So data travels from uh, servers to network. I mean, it travels from one place to other place, right? See, I'm in India. The time is 7:30 in the morning. There are a lot of people who are attending this session from US, UK, Canada without even a single lag. All of you are able to listen to my audio. We're able to see my screen share without even a single minute lag. And don't be surprised, it's because we are all working with a network. If I'm speaking here, not even a single minute lag, you are able to get it there, which we are, we are separated with a distance of 15-20,000 kilometers. We have separated between a ocean, right? Between India and US, you have maybe, I don't know the exact kilometers, but you have a lot of distance. We are also separated with a couple of oceans. Indian Ocean is there, Pacific Ocean is there. So a lot of oceans are there. Then how data is getting transferred, right? Well, please watch this video. Please watch this video. This is an excellent video how the data travels. These are all called optical fibers. How data travels. Please watch this video. So you'll get to know how the data is being pushed. See, everything, right? Today, if I'm speaking, you're able to see in the opposite way. So it's like a Zoom meeting, how this is working, how the data is traveling from this place to this portion. We have separated with the ocean. Then how data travels? How data travels, right? See, from one place to other place, they have installed optical fiber inside the water. They've installed optical fibers inside the water. This optical fiber. You may be wondering, "Hey, how is this possible?" That's the invention for you. Today, if I'm speaking, you're able to listen there and we are able to speak seamlessly without any issues because of these efforts, because they have a lot of things that is happening in the backend. We never know it. We just utilize it to the need, but we never ever research what is happening in the background. I've disabled the audio, but I request everyone to enable this and check it because it's so beautiful how they have done. That's the all for you, how the data travels. Okay, now let's go back to the innovation room. Let's go back to the innovation room. So innovation room is basically if they are having any of the new projects, like how the data travels. They're working on quantum computing, they're working on DNA storage, and they're working on some of the projects, right? So next I'll go back to home. So this is a home page again. This is a home page again. Now tell me, my KSR data, I have 10 laptops. I will trust you people. Hey, you are all my students. Please each one maintain one system and we will work together, right? So will I give you 10 systems to maintain, or will I trust the company which just now I've seen? Will I trust you people, or will I trust the company which I've seen, which is nothing but Azure? Where will I first store the data? Will I give it to you or will I give it to them?
Them only.
Why? Why?
With the human security problems.
It is
They are mainly
reliable.
for that purpose only.
They are known for that only. See how the uh, virtual tour was, right? So the way they have the centers, it's such a beautiful, and every data center in Azure will have like this. Okay, now this is a virtual tour, just like exactly what you're seeing, right? It will be there. A company is there to have a separate company is there to manage all this. Why will I trust you people? Why will I go and trust my physical system? I'll get everything in the cloud. The entire company, right? Right from here, energy source, server room, network room, and the entrance, the innovation room, everything you have a office. And why will I go and store in your system? You go and ask any Microsoft employee, they'll be always true to themselves. No one will ever reveal where the location is. And even I cannot reveal that. So except this question, you ask me any question, I can answer you. Except don't ask me where exactly is a location you want to visit, you want to see, you want to look at it. Don't ask me that, except that you ask me. Even if we get married, we are not supposed to tell to our partner. That's the security each employee also maintains. And that's the power of Microsoft. The only way is get into a position where they'll take you. You need not ask, they'll take you. That should be your target. Okay. So with all this, we have finally decided to move on to work with Azure. Such a beautiful cloud computing, right? And we will start using Azure in the next class. End of introduction, end of every foundation. Now finally, we'll go and jump into the services. Are we good?